Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM shit show. Today we're here to watch a Seint training and I have not watched this at all. So I don't know what's waiting for us, but I was told that it's pretty interesting. Also, I don't know if I ever acknowledged the fact that I have stopped pumping out content every second day. If you're following me on Instagram, you know that I have been a little bit tired lately. It just got a little bit too much. I might go back up to 4 videos, but for this year, I had to pull the brakes a little bit. I'm on my lunch break at the moment, so let's just get into this. This is 24 minutes long, so don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me. And yeah, let's just put a little disclaimer in here and let's get into this shit show. Okay, so this video doesn't have any titles or anything, so let's just get into it.
Chantel,
yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and give a little bit about your background.
Okay, my name is Chantel. I've been an artist for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in January.
Crazy.
I know, I can't believe that. When I even say that, I'm like, has it really been that long? I saw Kelsey using the makeup on social media. I reached out to her. It just looked super convenient. And at the time, it was literally during COVID where my business shut down. And so I
what was your business?
Okay, so a dance teacher. I own a dance studio. And it closed down because of COVID. And so I was really missing that like family feeling, that connections. And I really did it for that. And also to make some extra cash because I wasn't working. And it really filled all of those buckets. Like it was, and more like and again, we say it's so cheesy to say, but it really is something that you can't really explain until you're in it and you really feel these relationships, connections with customers and with artists. And it's been amazing. And to be honest, when I first told my husband, he was like, thought it was just going to be a thing that I would do for a little while and then get bored or it not be and when he's like, oh my God, it's actually been you've been doing very well. I can see these connections being made. It's like he really had zero idea, but I had zero idea too. So
he saw you making connections, or did he see you recruiting people by making connections and then earning money based on that? Which one is it? Because I feel like it's the second one, but maybe that's just me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's done so much for me in so many ways. And that's why I like to share. I like to share my story. I like to share the makeup because it's not just about the makeup. And it's honestly the best decision I made when I contacted you 2 years ago. So
Every time I do these lives, I'm like, do not cry. I'm like getting emotional hearing you talk because like literally I moved to a new city. I had no friends. I had kids when I was really young. And like all three of you have become my friends. And like I've gone out dancing with you, Chantel, like Chelsea, we've had our kids meet up and like hung out with chickens, and like Drew, we've met up at the park, and like literally like it's not a lie when we say this is like a really tight-knit community. Like everybody is welcome here and it's just the bomb. Like it's the best. So
You know what else is a tight-knit community? If you have any kind of niche that you want to post on Instagram or on any other social media, if you're active on social media, you can also make friends that way. Like I don't have a lot of friends who are into fitness as much as I am in my real life, but I have a lot of friends on Instagram that I've never met in real life. We've been talking daily almost for years and years. We watch each other's stories, we interact with each other. Over time, you get to know these people and you create a connection with them. I did not connect with them because I wanted to recruit them into an MLM or because I wanted them to subscribe to my YouTube channel or anything like that. It was a genuine connection. You can do that as well. I get it. Back when COVID was a big thing, we were in quarantine and stuff like that. It was very hard for people who are used to talking to people all day, every day, going out, doing hobbies, stuff like that. We're not there anymore. So if you don't want to create connections on social media, if you have a hobby, again, you can go and join a class and something and, you know, meet new people that way. And you're going to meet, in my opinion, in my firm opinion, you're going to meet more genuine people that way. Because from what I've heard and what I've came to a conclusion MLM people only want to create connections with you just because they want to recruit you into their MLM, because they have personal and financial benefits off of that. And to me, there's nothing genuine in that, but maybe that's just me.
Anyways, okay. Whew, okay.
No tears,
Chelsea,
no tears.
You go ahead. I'm not going to cry. You can tell your story, who you are.
Okay, so my name is Chelsea. I am a mom of 4. We homeschool from Ontario, Canada. We're like an hour and a half north of Toronto. My background is like very career-focused, academic-y type of person. So like I went to school, I have my bachelor's in sociology. Then I went and did a post-grad in like research and statistics. And I actually worked for the government for a long time doing like policy informing with data. And so I had a shift in like my mindset in career and work once we started having kids, and all of our kids are very close in age. And so I just couldn't picture myself, like I was very career focused, and then we started having kids and I was like, I can't picture myself just being there all day, you know, and like coming home and getting the tired version of your kids and like just not matching the value system of our family once we started to have kids. And so this was such an amazing option for that. I actually just celebrated my 2-year Seint anniversary, which is crazy. And my story of how I joined is kind of funny.
You should share it because Chelsea is like my favorite artist story.
I was going to say, you're not going to cry when I tell my story.
I love it though. It's so real and genuine. You have to share your story.
So I was using the makeup and I liked it, but I had like really oily skin and I didn't take the time to figure out how to use it properly. And then you reached out to me one time and were like, have you thought about maybe doing the artist program because you're on social media, you're outgoing, all those things. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't even think I'm going to use the makeup anymore. And she's like, what?
I thought I was losing her customer. And she was like one of my, like I was brand spanking new. She was one of my best customers. I run my business mostly online. And she was like one of the very first people that like I actually met up with in person to do the makeup. And she's like, peace, I'm done with this. I was like, what?
Oh man. And then so I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not even gonna use the makeup and whatever. And then like what was it, a couple months later, I messaged her and I'm like, so I'm gonna become an artist. She's like, what? So
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, and now
You never know.
Like Chelsea's like a leader on her team. She has a team of girls under her. She's an amazing leader, and I feel like you just balance this so gracefully, like between motherhood and homeschooling and being a leader. And it's been so fun watching you just like bloom as an artist. So.
But that's
So
what's
cool.
so good about this business, Kelsey, is the fact that you can put in 20 hours, you can put in 5, it's whatever you can actually do for your lifestyle, right? So there are times where I'm like, go, because I have the time. And then there's other times I'm like, I'm busy. My kids have dance and soccer and all these things. So I'm not going to do it right now. I can't do it. But it gives you that freedom to really put in the time that you want. And I think that's also a really big factor in this business, right? Because you could be super successful putting in your own hours. So I love that.
Okay, so if you work a few hours a day or a week, you're saying you can be super successful in Seint. That's not what the income disclosure statement says though. Why, if it's so easy and if you don't have to work a lot but you can still be super successful, why is the income disclosure statement so bad? I'm gonna link it down below in the description box. As per usual, if they keep making income claims and crazy claims, I'm gonna pull up the numbers here. But for now, okay, I think it's just enough to know that according to the FTC, around 99% of people who join an MLM never earn any profit or earn very little. So if it's so easy and if you don't need to put up a lot of hours in it, why are most people failing? And let me tell you, they're not failing because they're lazy or anything like that. They're failing because the system is set up for you to fail. You can't say that over 90% of people are just lazy or didn't work enough or whatever. People work hard in MLMs. People try to make it work. Most people, from what I think and from what I've heard from other people's stories and experiences. So that's just bullshit. But obviously, of course, they have to say this in almost every opportunity call, whatever. This is one of the things that across all MLMs they just have to say.
Totally. And I think that speaks to like joining this team. Make sure you guys, by the way, like reach out to the artist who invited you here after to talk more about the artist program. But we have such a cool team where you guys, life happens. Like I'm going through one of the most stressful periods of my life right now, and I've had the ability to step back where I wouldn't have in any other career, because we have a team of amazing leaders and artists that, like, you don't
Jump
have to
in.
show up, right? They will jump in, and we have all these trainings and resources and stuff and systems, so that, like, if life gets crazy, which life does, I promise you it does, no matter if you haven't had a crazy part of your life yet, you will. That's just part of being human. But we have your back. So it's just such a beautiful part of being a part of this team. It's just seriously.
You know who else has your back if your life gets crazy? Your full-time job. Obviously, if you can't go to work, if you can't be there for whatever reason, or even if you're not mentally there for in the headspace, you know, I'm sure in most cases, in most normal jobs, 9 to 5, retail, wherever, your colleagues are gonna help you get through the day. Or if you're not there, someone else is gonna do your job. That's not a thing that only happens in MLMs.
So amazing. I'm not going to cry. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. Okay. So I love asking this question because I get girls a lot that are like, oh my gosh, I love watching you do your makeup, but I could never do that. I'm not an expert. And I'm like, y'all, I have no clue what I am doing. I did not know before. We have makeup artists in our team, but there's also women that just want to feel beautiful. So I was not a makeup guru before this. I liked makeup. I had no clue what I was doing. Drew, would you have considered, like, what was your experience with makeup before you joined as a Seint artist?
I hated makeup so much. I could not,
so
like,
funny.
I had like a BB cream that didn't even match my skin, but I would throw it on if I felt I needed makeup, like if I was doing something fancy. I had a mascara from like 20 years ago, and I like lip gloss. Yeah, I swear. Somebody saw it and was like, you can't buy that anymore.
We don't condone that. Throw out your old mascaras.
Yeah. But like, I felt like my face just needed something. Like, I'm getting older, I have kids, the pandemic just like drained me, and I'm so glad I found it because I don't like the look of makeup even on my face, and I find it.
We can see a pattern here. All of these women were recruited during the pandemic, at least the 3 of them. I think the first one that talks the most was there for a bit before the pandemic. But these other ones, they joined during the pandemic when they had no community. They couldn't go out and do stuff. One of their businesses was shut down. They were all vulnerable. They were lonely, looking for community, stuff like that. And that's where they joined. And this is when we saw a very big spike in MLMs.
It just looks so natural and nice, and yeah, anyone can do it. I hated it, and now I love it.
I love that. There's another artist on our team too that, like, she literally joined when she was over 40, and she had not ever put makeup on her face until she saw this makeup, and she was like, it looks easy and fun, and now she like loves the makeup. And I'm like, that's so cool, and she just feels so empowered from it. I'm like, that is, like, I don't know, I love hearing stories like that.
And I don't think it's about not knowing how to apply it. Sometimes we don't put it on because I would break out with all kinds of makeup, like different products I would break out. And so I have really sensitive skin. So I ended up just stop even trying makeup because I'm like, I'll just wear mascara. I'll wear some bronzer if I have some. But then I tried Seint, and I made sure I tried it for a little while to make sure that I didn't break out, that I didn't. And it's the only makeup that I've ever put on my face that I don't feel like I have makeup on my face.
Yeah.
And I don't feel flustered, and I don't break out. So that was huge for me. So that's also another thing. I think that it's just clean makeup.
Totally.
And you could go hours and like not look at yourself and be like, oh, that's how my makeup looks. Like, it still looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally, like, I remember when I first started wearing it. Actually, to be honest, the first time I put it on, I liked it, but then after I was like, I don't know if I like it. I didn't think I really liked it, but then I tried like my old foundation, and I was like, no, we need to go back to Seint. And then when I started wearing Seint again, I'm like, it literally looks like an Instagram filter. I was like, I have to share this with the world. And that's literally what you're doing as an artist. You're sharing your love of the makeup like you would share, like, hey friends, I love my Star Wars cups. Like, it's the same thing. You're just sharing, right? Chelsea, I know, like, okay, so Chelsea, I've seen her, she's direct to me, and I've seen her doing a lot of like wedding makeup and stuff lately, and I'm like, ooh, that's so cool, because that's something I'm terrified of. So I love watching her. But did you do that before? Like, did you have a background in makeup?
Not at all. I've always loved makeup. I've loved doing like crazy stuff with my hair, even when I was a kid, like doing weird makeup looks, like the white eyeliner and like all, you know, you know,
Yeah.
the stuff we used to do. But I never
The blue
was like,
mascara.
of course. Yeah, that
Right.
glitter stuff, everything.
Yeah.
So I was never like a makeup expert though. I wouldn't have considered myself that. And like I was the same as you, Chantel. Like I had sensitive skin. I would break out. I was really oily. Like,
Yeah.
and liquid foundation just like, just I don't know.
Melt it off.
Yeah, like you know, dries up, and then you're flaky, and then you're oily, and then you're yeah. So this stuff was really great for that. But then as I started using it and then I became an artist, and then like all the training that's available is crazy. And I'm very much like a researcher. So I like just consumed everything. And then I had friends asking me like, oh, could you do makeup for me? I'm going to a wedding. Or like, oh, could you do makeup for me for this? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like it's paint by numbers. I can do your makeup. And then as time goes on though, you learn like, oh, these are the like most current techniques in makeup. This is, you know, what's happening right now, what people like. And then I had people start to ask me like, oh, it's my wedding. Like, can you do my makeup? I'm like, yeah.
That's cool.
And so
That's
just
so
like
cool.
the training through Seint and then doing some other training, like makeup training, I think over the past 2 years.
Is she kind of saying that if you join Seint, you're going to become a makeup expert? I know you can get really good at certain stuff if you are like practicing on those skills and stuff like that. You don't necessarily need to go to a training, a course, or school. However, I don't feel very good thinking like them saying that if you join Seint, you're going to learn how to do all these crazy cool makeup styles and stuff like that, and you can become an expert in doing people's makeup. That does not sit well with me, because all that I've seen from Seint so far in their trainings is how to recruit people. I have not seen them ever make like an actual training course.
Has been how I've built like another business on the business.
Right.
I love that.
Mhm.
And it's really cool, you guys, because everyone runs their, and Chantel kind of talked to this earlier, but everyone runs their business as they want to. So I know like Drew has done a ton of markets. Chelsea, you do a lot of like the in-person wedding stuff. Chantel, I think you do in-person sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And I pretty much run my business 99% online. So everyone, like, this is your business. You run it as you wish. And your leaders will meet you where you're at. Like, if you're telling them, like, I just want to, like, sell a little bit, or, like, then they're going to meet you where you're at. They're not going to be like, you need to do this and this. Like, we are here as leaders, and whoever invited you here is here to meet you where you're at, which is really cool. I love that.
There's a lot of different skills and a certain type of personality a leader has to have in order to be a good leader and an actual leader. So you joining an MLM is not making you a leader, or you recruiting a bunch of people doesn't make you a leader, or at least not a good one. Also, it's not your business. When you join a network marketing company, you're an independent contractor for that MLM. It is not your business. You're not the business owner. You're not Seint's owner. You're just an independent contractor.
Yeah, I've never felt pressure to do anything, like
Right.
even sell or do markets or do in person. Nobody's ever pressured me. It's always been
It's what
whatever.
feels right for you, right? Exactly. It's what feels right for you. I think that's important.
And I think that's like one of the big hesitations people have when they think of like a network marketing, social selling kind of company, is like, it's slimy, it's inauthentic, it's all these things, but we're not about that here. We're not about that at all. We don't want to go cold message people. We don't want to be spammy pammy. Like we just
want to help.
We want to help others feel beautiful, feel confident. And like, that is our mission here. And just to share, like I said, like, I'm going to share with my friends, like today on my Instagram stories, I was like, look where I got my nails done. They're so pretty. Like, it's just authentically sharing what you love, which is so cool. So, okay, speaking of, so I want to know, like, what hesitations you guys had before joining. My number one hesitation was like, so I was like a blogger before, and I used to get messages all the time in my DMs that would be like, has anyone ever told you you'd be so good at this? And I'd be like, this is so annoying. This is literally a script that I'm getting over and over and over again. I'm like, this is not authentic. And I would just be like, delete, delete, delete. And I was like, I don't want to be that person. And so I'm so glad that I don't have to be here with Seint to be successful. What about you guys? Did you guys have any hesitations before joining?
That was mine too. Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to send my friends a text message and then be like, I don't even want to open it because is she going to try to sell me something? You know what I mean? But the way it is, like, especially with Seint, is like, if you're not that person, like the culture at Seint, you're not going to come across as that person. Like you're trying to genuinely help people with their makeup, with a business opportunity, with whatever. Like you're not going to be sell, sell, sell. It's just like genuinely sharing from the heart and being honest and like showing your integrity. And I don't think that my friends are scared when I send them messages.
I don't think so.
Not.
But I think it's exactly what you said though, right? It's how you come across, and people can really see if you love the makeup or if you're loving the artist program in general, right? Like it really will come across. And so that was my main thing.
I disagree with this because I think you can fake anything on social media. So if you really want to sell something, convince people into something, you don't have to believe in it. It's just a social media post. Like it doesn't have to be true. I feel like it's really, really easy to deceive people on social media. So I don't agree with that one. But anyway, I wanted to say something else, but hey, brain fog. So let's just keep going.
I want to be that annoying person. I don't want to be that annoying person, but you start doing it and then you're getting these messages, people thanking you. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you for making me feel beautiful. Today I woke up and I put my makeup on, I feel like, and that is all worth it. Like, even if there's those people behind the screen that think, oh, but you are that annoying person. Like we know we're not. And we know that the messages that we're getting from these people, right? And I think it's so special to get those messages. And I don't know how it feels for you guys, but I'm sure when you get those messages, it's like amazing. Like it's the best. Yeah.
Totally. And I feel like even people that are like, you know what, like this business isn't for me. We still get like, I know I do all the time. People will message me and be like, hey, like this business is not for me, but like I love watching you guys like do your thing. Like you guys look like you're having so much fun. Like we have cool team events, we have conferences, we have trainings, all these things. And they're like, hey, we're over here like cheering you on because you guys look like you're living your best life and I'm here for it. So if anything, like it's, I don't know, it's like literally the coolest business. And our founder, Kara, is just so amazing and so like about like women empowerment and like just women in business and so kind. And it's literally like, it's my dream job. And here I am living it. So
it really is a dream job. It really is.
Yeah. It's weird calling it a job. Even my kids all the time, they're like, Mom, you don't really work. You just have fun. I'm like, that's not a lie.
But you know what it is too?
I
like,
put in work, but it's fun.
But remember we said this before, Kelsey. We were saying that it's a job, of course, but because we enjoy it so much, like I get excited to like do a different look or create a different reel. Like I get excited for that. So that really shows a lot too, right? For the people that are in it. And we continue to be in it is because we actually do love it and enjoy it. And I think I love it. I really do love it.
It's like a creative outlet for sure. And like, so I'm an artist 7 with the company, which means like I'm in a top leadership role, which comes with a lot of responsibility. And I'm not gonna lie, when you're at this rank, like I put in full-time hours, but like Chantel said, like this doesn't feel like I'm putting in work. Like I love to wake up every day and be like, who do I get to talk to today? Who do I get to help feel beautiful? What artist do I get to help like build their dream life? Like it's literally like I cannot wait to wake up. And yeah, it's so rewarding. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I get this. This is something that I imagine like YouTube being or something. Obviously, I enjoy making videos. I also enjoy editing videos, and like being a video editor is probably something that I would enjoy a lot more than I do my full-time job, which is definitely not my calling. And I'm kind of trying to learn how to edit so that maybe in the future I can do some editing outside of my full-time job, stuff like that. So I can imagine if like video editing was my full-time job, I would enjoy it and it wouldn't be as annoying as my current full-time job that I don't like at all. I get that, but this is coming from an MLM hun who is at the top. She just said she's in the top leadership. 99% of people below her in her downline are not earning any money. They're working for free. They're not getting anything. They're working so that she can live her dream life, basically, in my opinion. So of course you're enjoying it because you're reaping all the benefits and you're rich. You're not helping anyone. Yeah, maybe selling them makeup and they're feeling beautiful, but when it comes to the job, the biz itself, they're trying to build their business, but it's just not working because the system is set up so that most people are failing. So you're not helping anyone. Most of your people in your downline are suffering and losing money.
Okay. I want to know what inspired you to be an artist in the first place? Chantel, do you want to start? Like, what was your like main inspiration? Like,
You.
Me? Me. It was me.
Well, honestly, just watching you though, watching you do what you did or do, because it really came across, number one, fun. Number two, that you really did enjoy it. And it just inspired me to get out of my comfort zone and do something that I would have never done before. And even if I failed at it, it's like, but I tried, right? But I really did give it a go. And I've always loved, well, I've always been in front of a camera. Like I danced professionally my whole life. So that kind of came across, like that came natural to me. But the business side didn't, like the whole business side. And I remember telling you, Kelsey, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what is this? What is, like, I don't know. So it really got my brain working in a different way. And I think that's what was rewarding for me, is I did things I would have never done before. And it just pushed me. It really did push me to figure things out on my own and not have, you know, and for me, that was huge for me. And I think that alone, even if I didn't continue doing it, it would have been rewarding that I went for it, that I did it, that I met some amazing people at the same time. So, but you inspired me to do that. You really inspired me to go for it. Because, you know, I messaged you a bunch of times before I actually said yes.
You did.
Like,
but I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that, like, so we're kind of opposite. So, like, first of all, Chantal, if you guys don't know, she has, like, been in movies with, like, Jessica Alba and stuff. She is, like, she's a big deal. Anyway, she's kind of a big deal. But no, like, so she was comfortable in that aspect. For me, even though I was like a blogger or whatever, like I had never gone live before, and I was like, that terrifies me. And like, here I am on a live, and like, I will say this over and over again, you are going to grow so much as a person in this business, because you are going to have so many women just like helping you and like pushing you to like become this whole new person that like you weren't before. And I remember getting messages from my followers being like, I don't know what it is, but like, you are so confident and I want in on that. And it's so cool. And like Chantel was saying, I remember at the beginning of her artist journey, she would be like, well, I don't know business. I don't know how to like look at numbers. I don't know how to do this. And I was like, girl, I've got you. Like, we're going to figure this out together. And like, just feeling empowered to learn new skills and like feel that support. And it's not like you're at a job where like there's a boss breathing down your neck and it's like, if you don't figure this out, you're out of here. No, exactly. Like, we're here to cheer you on. You go so cool. At your own pace, right? You can sign up as an artist and go right away, or you can say, I'm going to sign up, but I'm going to take baby steps. I'm going to figure this out slowly. But again, you just be honest with your artist and say, this is what I need. This is what I need to do. And again, we're always there. I have girls underneath me that some are go. Some hang out and chill. Some do social media. Some do in person only. But again, as long as you tell us what you want this business out for, like what you want to do, we can guide you that way and be there for you and support you in your way, right? So that to me is important, because with you, Kelsey, I told you exactly what I needed from you, and you were there for me, right? So I think that's important for everyone to know. So totally.
Yeah.
Okay, before we wrap this up, I want to kind of go through I want every one of you to kind of, if you were to say to a new artist, like what's one piece of advice you would give an artist that's like thinking about joining? Drew.
Don't be scared. It's not scary, and you can do it.
I love that.
Talk about a shitty advice. Don't be scared. It's super scary, especially going live for people on Instagram, which is for me another like public speaking. I was never good at public speaking, and this is a way of public speaking, sure, but I record and then I can edit stuff out of my videos, or when I get like a mind fog, or when I forget what I want to say, which happens to me a lot, or when I say a word that's not even a word because English is not my mother language and I have to think about the sentences that I'm forming before I actually say anything. So that's just shitty advice. It's so easy to say, don't be scared, just do it, just get out of your comfort zone. It's like, but okay, but how do I want to do that though? Like, you don't have to. The key to success is not to be uncomfortable every single day, all day long. That's just bullshit anyway.
So true.
And you're gonna see a lot of growth in yourself that you didn't think was there. Like, you might develop an alter ego of your Seint artist.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So my kids will literally, I think I have lipstick on my teeth. Anyways, my kids will literally, like, I'll be like doing a live or something, and they're like, Mom, like, that's not how you talk. I'm like, this is my Instagram face, okay?
That's my kids all the time. All the time. Mom, you're giving me the Seint face. I'm like, okay, calm down. Like,
But I thought being an artist and being in an MLM is about being genuine and make genuine connections. But now they're saying that they all have alter egos and this is not their real self. So how are you being genuine if it's not your real self? It's a bit confusing there.
I'm like, this is confident, peppy Kelsey, okay?
Yeah, right.
Like, tired mom is put away right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, Chelsea, what would you say to someone thinking about joining the artist program?
I would say just do it. Like seriously, the only regret I have ever had with the Seint Artist program is that I didn't just do it sooner, because I was in my head so much about it. And like, being like, I went to university and now I'm going to go and sell makeup online. Like, who cares? Like, just do what makes you happy. And like, if this is something that you want to try and you think that you could do it and it's a good fit for you and this is the model you're looking for, like, just do it. And worst case scenario, what's going to happen? You get this amazing box of makeup at a discount. You get to use it for yourself. And it's like such an amazing growth journey. Like, I am such a type A personality, and I'm very much a like, just tell me the steps I need to do something. And since doing this business, I have become so much more like open to different ways of thinking. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I never thought I would have an entrepreneurial mindset at all. I was like a hardcore 9-to-5er. And now I'm like, it just changed completely just from this one box of makeup and this amazing community and a supportive company. So just do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it.
Yeah, like, really, there's nothing to lose here.
Yeah.
Chantal, what would you say?
basically the same thing. Like, I think a lot of people, and I'm going to talk from girls that message me, a lot of them don't go for it because they're afraid of what others are going to think.
Exactly.
So I think this has taught me one thing in life. Like, I think after I turned 40, to be honest, my mindset changed completely after turning 40, where I don't, people are going to talk regardless. People are going to say what they have to say regardless. So I think you need to do really what makes you happy at the end of the day. It's not even just Seint, this is just in general. So if you're watching one of us and you're like, that looks like fun, I think I can do it, message us. If you think, you know what, that extra paycheck would be great, message us, right? Like, if it's something that's been playing in your mind, stop just thinking about it too much and just go.
That extra paycheck would be great, but how many people that are in Seint actually earn any money? Us being an artist, how many people actually earn money monthly? There are no extra paychecks doing this biz for most of the people that join it. Come on.
Because like exactly like Chelsea said, what's the worst that could happen? You get some makeup and then you don't do it. Like, really, at the end of the day, I think stop thinking about what other people think. Stop caring about the noise. Just stop caring about that. And I just think that was the one thing that I'm so glad that I stopped doing, because you're just worried. You're worried that someone's going to talk crap about you or make fun of you or whatever. And YOLO, who cares? Do what you got to do. Right? And I'm so glad that that's the way a lot of us are thinking these days. My team, I tell them all the time, just show up. Show up for yourself, show up for your kids, show up for your whoever you're showing up for, because that's who matters at the end of the day, right? Exactly. So that's my advice.
I love that so much, because honestly, that is like a huge shift I've had in this business. Is I used to care so much what other people thought of me that it was like paralyzing, and I literally lived my life for other people.
Yeah.
And I've never felt so free and so just able to be myself, and in turn be able to help others feel the same. And like, I will never ever like forget this opportunity and what it's given me and how it's helped me grow as a person. And like, people can be mean sometimes, and that's fine. They're not your people. Your people will find you, and that's
next.
You know,
yeah.
But before, I would have been like, oh my gosh, no one likes me. And now I'm just like, if you don't like me, you're not for me. It's fine. I'm here for my people. So, and
then you realize in this Seint opportunity, how many of us are the same, right? How many of us think the same? How many of us really work together? Like, there's a lot of you I have never met on the team, and you get to meet one time and you just click, right? because your mindset
Totally.
is the same. So
Yes.
it's just so cool how it just works, you know?
So cool.
Yeah.
And I would
Chantal
say
told me-
like there's not a lot of hate. Like I have an
No.
experience. I don't have a big Instagram following to really put myself out there. And I got messages from people I haven't seen in years, people I don't know, like just like saying how they love watching me online. And I've had that more than the negative comments. So
Yeah. Which
you
is
never
amazing.
know what will
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up because my son is over there being like, Mom. I'm like, 1 second. Okay, anyway, so if you guys were invited here by an artist, make sure you reach out to them. They can tell you all about the different artist kits that are available. We have 2 kits. We have a basic kit and a pro kit. And we have a different option coming out at the end of the month that they can talk to you about. Yes, buddy. Can you wait like 2 seconds? No, we're not going to sing a song. Okay, I'm going to end this before it gets real weird, but thank you.
And I'm
so
already
much
off,
for
so I don't even know
joining.
what's going on.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Well, I mean, at least she didn't ignore her kid or made him leave the room or something, as we see that very often in these live stuff that they do on Instagram. So at least good job on there for actually listening to your kid and stopping the live if your kid is calling you, because that was the whole point of this, right? To be home with your families, to be a present parent, whatever. But yeah, I mean, a lot of bullshit advice. Like, you can't just say just do it or just stop caring what people think. First of all, you don't need to be a part of an MLM to change your mindset and to stop caring what other people think about you. Like I said, even if you're looking for a community or online community or anything, you can do that on Instagram or other social media platforms. You don't need to join an MLM. The worst that can happen is not that you're just going to buy some makeup and never do it. Business side of the stuff, you can actually invest a lot of money, effort, and your time into this, and you're never going to get profit. Like I said, the income disclosure statement is going to be linked down below. So take a look and see how many people actually earn any paychecks with this biz. Yeah, in my opinion, just a lot of bullshit advice, but you let me know what you thought about this down below. I have to wrap this up here because my lunch break is coming to an end, unfortunately. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.